Hi everyone, it's been a while since I posted a video, so I thought I'd check back in. And today I wanted to do something a little different from just a normal review video. Speaking of different, I wanted to start by just talking about my hair today because it's really different for me. What I'm wearing today, I was out running errands today and I wanted something just kind of easy breezy, a little messy, a little undone, and definitely something to keep my hair off of my neck because it was unseasonably warm here today. So what I'm wearing today is two Uniwigs Molly clip-ins. I love those little pieces. I've done a couple of videos about them, using them to do a messy bun, ponytail. Love them. So today I tried something a little different with them. What I did was I took the first Molly, and these pieces are about 2 to 3 inches long, or wide rather, depending on if you got the small or the large. So I took one Molly and clipped it in here, right about, yeah. And then I lifted it up and slid a second Molly in underneath it and clipped that in. So basically I stacked them on top of each other. And I did that to try and get some volume and height on the top of my head. That was kind of the look I was going for, and I don't like to back comb my bio hair because it's pretty fragile. So I just thought I'll try it and see if it works. So it needs some fine tuning. This is a first run at it, but I think it works okay. There's definitely potential. So I stacked them up and then pulled that hair and my bio hair into a pony in the back. And then I don't know what got into me. Braids are apparently very trendy for fall. So I picked up a really inexpensive synthetic braided hairband. You can see that. And so I just popped it up here and basically used it to cover the gap between my natural hairline and where the Molly starts. So kind of a little boho chic for fall sort of thing, I guess. I don't know, I'm not really a hairdo girl. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff, but tried something new today. Thought I'd let you know. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? Well, I'm a member of several Facebook groups where women talk about hair loss and toppers and wigs, and there are always questions as new women join the groups, or even folks who've been around for a while will often just throw a question out, you know, hey, what kind of shampoo is everyone using, or how often do you wash your topper, or insert product question here. So I thought today, something a little different, I'd show you my kit. And what I mean is I keep this box, plastic shoe box. I'm sure you have some at your house. I have tons of them here. I keep this packed up at all times with all kinds of good stuff to help me care for my toppers. The first thing I'll tell you is this is my kit, but it actually sits inside an empty shoebox, just like this one, which sounds silly. Why do I do that? Well, I use one of these plastic shoeboxes to wash my hair pieces. Instead of filling up an entire sink full of water, I use one of these, right? Less water, less waste, and I wash my hair pieces in that. So I just keep an empty one and then I drop this down inside and it's at the ready at all times. So let's unpack it and see what we have. Okay, first, shampoo. Let's start there. How often should you wash your topper? There's no right answer. I definitely recommend washing your topper as soon as you get it. It helps get the silicone coating off that some manufacturers put on the hair to make it remarkably silky and smooth when you first unpack it. It also helps kind of loosen it up. I don't know how to sort of explain it any better than that, but the topper will start to become yours after you wash it and you've had it on your head for a little bit. You'll get to also get a feel for the real texture of the hair. It might have some wave in it that you didn't see coming, or it might have a tendency to get a little frizzy on you. So I definitely recommend washing it right out of the gate. After that, I think your mileage may vary. I try and stretch out the time between my washes as long as possible. The reason is that the hair, I only wear human hair pieces, except this thing, definitely not human hair, but I wear human hair pieces. When human hair is on a human body, it's being fed and nourished by the body. Once we take it off and put it on a topper or a wig, it's not getting that nourishment anymore. So we have to really baby that hair and nourish it, condition it, take good care of it to try and prolong its life as long as possible. So I try and stretch out my time between washes. I'll basically look at the piece and get a feel, or I'm a big smell person. So maybe you wore your topper to a barbecue or a hibachi place and now it smells like grease or food. Or maybe you were out with friends and someone was smoking, or maybe it was a really, really hot summer and now it smells kind of funky. That's usually when I wash my toppers. So whatever you decide works for you. There's no one right answer, but try and stretch it out as much as you can. This is the shampoo that I'm using now. It's by Hask. Right? They're a drugstore line. You'll see them in CVS, Walgreens, Target, Walmart, Ulta. They have a whole line of hair masks, which I love for my regular hair. So I decided to try this. It's coconut oil shampoo. Oil is key. You want something that's emollient and rich, and again, we're trying to baby that hair and prolong its life. So I love this one. Some folks use argan oil or other oils. I really like coconut. Mostly I like the smell of it. This shampoo, no matter what you choose, it should be like this shampoo, by which I mean it should be sulfate free, and I like paraben free. Sulfates are harsh chemical cleansers that can strip hair and dry it out, so make sure you get a product that's sulfate free. And then this is also paraben free. Parabens are waxy ingredients, and they can build up on the hair and dull its shine, and then you have to wash it more often. So I love the fact that this is so rich and creamy and has so much oil in it. It's very nourishing for the hair, but it's sulfate and paraben free. So I love this one. It's inexpensive and it smells like vacation. So big plus. Next up, conditioning. This is a product that came to me through one of the Facebook groups I'm in. Bamboo silicone mix, and I bought this on Amazon, and it's a pretty good size container. It'll last me a good long while. I use this every time I wash my hair pieces. I'll massage it into the hair and then leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes usually, and then rinse it out. Now every once in a while I'll decide to do a deep treatment, or if I have a piece that is in not great shape, or I'm trying to stretch one last bit of life out of it, I'll put some of this on there, wrap it in plastic, and leave it for a couple of hours, and then rinse it out. You can read the reviews for yourself on Amazon. It's kind of a miracle worker. Like, it will revive a piece that you think is beyond hope, and it makes the hair silky and smooth, and it definitely helps if you have a piece that's a little frizzy. I love this stuff. I've been very, very impressed. It was a good purchase. Glad I tried it out. So another product that I wanted to mention because it gets so much play on the boards is Olaplex. And actually, Olaplex is a brand of products. This particular product is Olaplex number 3. It's a hair reconstructor, or I'm sorry, hair perfector. I wanted to mention this because it does get so much play and hype on the boards. It's worth the hype, it really is. But a couple of things to know. One, it's not mandatory that you have it, especially if you get something like this, which you can do a deep conditioning treatment with every once in a while. I think this really helps. This is not a conditioner. It's a hair treatment. And what you do is you put it on the hair and massage it in, and then leave it, and then you shampoo and condition. That's right. So do you have to have it? No. Does it work really well? Yes, but it's also pricey. You'll find it at Sephora primarily. Some folks have said that you can get it on Amazon, but they are concerned that it might be counterfeit. I don't know. I got mine at Sephora. One thing I wanted to talk about really quickly with either one of these is if you put these on your hair pieces or any other conditioner, focus on putting the conditioner on your hair piece, not down to the base where the knots are. So focus on the rest of the hair shaft, especially the ends. Putting conditioner up on the scalp part of your hairpiece, for lack of a better way to say it, can loosen the knots, and then hair will come out and shed, and that's the opposite of what we're trying to do, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. Focus your conditioner away from the knots at the base of your topper to avoid unnecessary shedding. So that's washing, conditioning. What else do I have in my kit? Daily maintenance. So I try and wash my topper as little as possible. I told you that already. So what do I do in the in-between to try and prolong its life and keep it looking good? These two products. They're really the same thing, a little different. This is coconut oil spray. I'm all about the coconut oil. Every time I wear my topper, when I take it off, it gets a light mist with coconut oil. Every time. And I just sort of press it into the hair. I focus on the ends especially. So what's the difference in these two products? Well, let's start with this one. I love this one. It smells like vacation. You can see there's like a little palm frond in there. It's great. This is by OGX, right? Yes, OGX. They're everywhere. They have a huge line of products, and they're at Target and Walmart and Walgreens and CVS and online and everywhere. I really like this spray a lot, but it has silicones in it, and they're really high up on the ingredient list. Now, silicones are not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I'm using silicone mixed conditioner. But the thing is, they can weigh hair down and make it look greasy. So since I'm trying to go longer without washing my pieces, I'm really cognizant of the fact, I keep an eye on the fact that the silicones are really high up on the ingredient list in this spray, which takes me to this one. This one's by Oleology. I think I'm saying that right. I previously had said Oilology. That's not right. Oleology. It's on Amazon. Same light mist. I really like the fact that both of these bottles, the dispensers, give a really fine light mist, so you don't run the risk of overdoing it on your hairpiece. Silicones are also in this oil, but they're much further down on the ingredient list. So less buildup of silicone means I can stretch out my washes longer. So I love these products. I use them every time I wear my topper. What else? Another spray. Heat protectant spray. You can tell because it says heat protectant spray on it. So this one reviewed really well on Amazon, and I don't like it. The truth of the matter is, I shouldn't say that. I can't say that I don't like the product. What I really don't like is the spray bottle. Remember I just talked about a really fine light mist that I get from the coconut oil? Well, this is the opposite. This gives me like a single jet. It's a pretty big one. So when I spray it on the hairpiece, I just get like a very narrow section that is soaked. Not good. So what I really need to do is take this and put it in a different spray bottle, and I'm sure it will be fine. The key thing here is you need a heat protectant spray in your kit. If you're going to put any hot tools on your hairpiece, you want to minimize the damage by putting protective spray on your hairpiece. The truth of the matter is you should do that on your bio hair too, but make sure you have some heat protectant spray in your kit. I'm currently using one by VO5. There's a flashback for you. And I love it. A really fine, light mist, a nice fresh scent. So really like it, and it's working well, but I need to find a new bottle for this, and then I'll be checking it out. Next up, all manners of combs and brushes. Can't have too many. So certainly a rat tail comb, especially if you're gonna blend your hair at the hairline. This is great. You just get in there and pull some of your bio hair out to blend it. And of course, if you're back combing, like I did today, these are ideal for that. They also have a loop brush here. This is really inexpensive. You can find it on Amazon or at a drugstore. The loops are nice because they don't tug and pull at the hair. They don't pull it out of the hairpiece, and I also use this on my bio hair because it's so gentle and it doesn't tug. Then that takes me to my favorite. This is a John Renault Easy Part comb. I buy these in 3-packs on Amazon inexpensively, and I have them stashed everywhere. What I like is the comb is the teeth are nice and wide, so it's very gentle on the hair. I use this especially when I'm working with a damp hairpiece. You want to go really easy if your hairpiece is not dry, because you can pull hair out inadvertently. This is small, so it's easy to drop in my bag or even down in my wallet or stick it in my pocket. I love these combs, and I have them stashed everywhere. Other things in my kit, I keep a spray bottle from the drugstore. I'll fill it with water, and if I'm working with a piece and I want to set the part differently, or I did a curl and I don't like it, I'll just spray it with water and comb it out, start over. So not a bad idea to throw one in there. And then I have a couple of wild card items. I have a sheet of Scar Away in my kit. I have some lace top pieces, and you guys probably know that the top on a lace top doesn't always look the most natural. So a tip that I picked up from the internet is to take a piece of Scar Away, cut a strip, and then put it on the underside of your lace top piece in the part, and it helps give a more natural scalp-like appearance. I also keep all manner of elastics and bobby pins, good bobby pins, long ones and short ones, but good ones, on hand for styling. And speaking of styling, you're gonna laugh at me, that's okay. I use a heat-resistant silicone glove, and I do that because I never had good hair, so I'm not very good with hot tools like curling wands and all that kind of stuff, and I was consistently burning my fingertips, and I think I even got a scar down here. I'm just not very, well, I'm a klutz basically. So I keep this in my kit. It's a heat-resistant silicone glove. It was really inexpensive. They came in a 2-pack. I got it on Amazon. And then of course, clips. Lots of clips. So if you decide to blow dry your piece, you might clip the wet part up and just work in a section so you get a nice smooth blowout. Or of course, when you're styling, clipping away the parts that you're not working on right now. And then when you curl, you can also clip the curled piece up to hold it there while it cools, so the curl doesn't pull out through the weight of the hair. Not in my kit, but something you also might want to keep in mind for your starter supplies, is a styrofoam mannequin head or a styrofoam wig head, really cheap. And then I also got a really inexpensive clamp on Amazon, so that way I can clamp the styrofoam head to the edge of a table and make styling so much easier. With that said, I also have one of these. Actually, I have 2 of these. These are really inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon. They collapse flat, so when you're not using it, you can stow it away really easily. But these are nice to air dry your hair piece because you get air circulation under the piece and all around it, whereas on the styrofoam head, you don't get that. So having these is really helpful for air drying and make sure you don't get a wonky bend or anything like that. Last but not least, in my kit, I have wig pins. So when you are styling on a styrofoam head, these are really helpful to have because you pin your hairpiece to the styrofoam head to hold it in place. With that said, I wanted to mention one lesson that I learned the hard way as a rookie. When you're pinning a hairpiece to a styrofoam head, try and put your T-pins through the wefted area of your hairpiece. Here, right? Over on the side to hold it in place. Try not to put pins through the silk top or the mono top or the lace top, whatever that part is. You can damage that, tear it, put a hole in it. So again, I didn't think that through, learned a rookie lesson the hard way, wanted to pass on my experience to you. So I think that's everything in my kit. Of course, I have hot tools. I have a curling wand that I picked up on Amazon that I love. This particular one has different size barrels. So this comes off and then you can put on smaller wand, larger wand. I love it. It's really convenient. Heats up nice and fast and has adjustable temperature settings. I think that's everything that I was going to share with you. So I hope this is helpful. I'll put links to products down below so you can check them out for yourself. Please subscribe to my channel. Everybody says that. I guess it's the thing that you say on YouTube. I don't post a lot of videos, but please subscribe if you're interested. Also wanted to mention that if you have questions about any of these products or other questions, I don't hold myself out to be a brilliant expert, but I'm happy to share any information I have or answer questions for you. Also, if you have products that have worked really well for you with your toppers or wigs or suggestions or best practices or lessons that you've learned the hard way, feel free to share those in the comments as well. Would love to hear from you. I really appreciate you stopping by to take a look at this video today. I hope there was something helpful in here for you, and I'll see you next time.